Okay, my name is Professor Thea Blackler. I'm a professor in the School of Design, and my background is industrial design. I was approached by the Do Chair team a few years ago to investigate the use of chairs particularly in aged care facilities by older people and their carers and staff in the aged care facilities. So we interviewed OTs and physios and aged care support staff and also 19 residents in different aged care facilities. And what we found was that the big issue for people in using chairs was getting in and out of their chairs. So what we did was we advised back to Ian about the problems that people had with chairs. So designers make aged care facility chairs higher so that people are less worried about getting in and out of them, and so that they can do that sit to stand movement and get up and down. But the problem with that is that once they're seated in the chair, they actually often, for a lot of people, the chairs are too high. So we did a lot of observational study where we videoed people getting in and out and sitting in their chairs. And what we saw was that a lot of the chairs provided in aged care facilities are too high and too deep for many of the residents to sit in comfortably, particularly for the extended periods of time they would generally be in the chair for. So a lot of those chairs might solve some of the issues with getting up and down, but they were not particularly great chairs for them to sit in for extended periods of time. So people were doing things like putting cushions behind their back, putting recliners, but they were not particularly easy to use because a lot of the time there's not enough space for a recliner. Footrests would be really encouraged by someone like an OT or a physio, but the staff in aged care facilities didn't want to use footrests because they became a trip hazard. So there's this whole issue around not being able to get in and out of the chair if it's low enough to sit down and be comfortable. But if the chair is high enough to get in and out, the problem was that often it was too high and too deep as well for people to comfortably sit in for an extended period of time. So I'm so happy to see that Ian went away and came up with an incredible idea, which is the Do Chair, which will solve a lot of those issues in a really innovative and exciting way. So I'm really happy to have been a part of this.